Welcome back to Echoes of the Cosmos. Today, Anna, we're diving into a topic that honestly feels like it's been whispering to humanity across millennia. Hermetic philosophy, especially from the perspective of a cosmic background. It's truly fascinating.
I'm so excited for this, John. When you said Hermetic philosopher with a cosmic background, my mind immediately went to ancient libraries, starry nights, and hidden wisdom. What exactly are we talking about when we say Hermetic philosophy?
Great question. At its core, Hermeticism is a philosophical and religious tradition deeply rooted in Greco-Egyptian syncretism, particularly in the Hellenistic period. It's attributed to a legendary figure, Hermes Trismegistus, who was seen as a divine sage, a blend of the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth.
Hermes and Thoth. Okay, so we're talking about a figure associated with wisdom, writing, magic, and communication. That makes sense for something that sounds so profound. So it's not just one person's ideas, but a whole tradition that grew around this figure?
Exactly. It's a vast body of knowledge, primarily found in the Hermetica, a collection of texts written between the 1st and 3rd centuries AD. These texts cover everything from the nature of the divine, the creation of the cosmos, to the human soul and the path to spiritual knowledge. It's incredibly comprehensive.
And the cosmic background part, how does that weave into it? Is it about astrology or something deeper about our place in the universe?
It's definitely deeper than just astrology, though astrology plays a significant role. The central tenet that connects Hermeticism to the cosmos is as above, so below. You've probably heard it before, but in Hermetic terms, it's not just a poetic phrase.
Oh, I have. As above, so below, as below, so above. It sounds really profound, almost like a universal law.
It is. It implies a direct correspondence between the macrocosm, the universe, the cosmos, the divine, and the microcosm, us, the individual human being, and even the earth itself. The idea is that understanding one can lead to understanding the other, because they mirror each other in essence and structure.
So if I understand myself, I understand the universe, and vice versa? That's a huge claim. It puts a lot of responsibility and potential on the individual, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It's an empowering philosophy. It suggests that humans aren't just tiny specks in a vast, indifferent universe, but rather a reflection of that universe, carrying its divine spark within. Our inner landscape is directly connected to the grand cosmic order.
That's a beautiful way to think about it. It makes you feel less alone, almost like you're intrinsically part of everything rather than just observing it from the outside. So, this connection isn't just abstract. They believed the stars, planets, and celestial movements directly influenced earthly life?
Precisely. The Hermetic view often incorporated elements of what we now call astrology, but it wasn't just fortune-telling. It was about understanding the energetic qualities and influences that celestial bodies imparted. For a Hermetic philosopher, the cosmos wasn't just a backdrop, it was an active, living entity, constantly interacting with and shaping terrestrial existence.
So, it was more about recognizing patterns, understanding the ebb and flow of cosmic energies, and aligning oneself with them rather than just passively accepting fate?
Exactly. They believed that through knowledge, through gnosis, one could transcend the limitations imposed by fate or the material world. The goal was often to achieve a state of spiritual illumination, to reunite with the divine mind, or nous, as they called it.
Gnosis, spiritual illumination, reuniting with the divine mind. This sounds a lot like what some spiritual practices aim for today. Were there specific practices or rituals in Hermeticism to achieve this?
Absolutely. While direct accounts of daily practices are sparse, the texts imply a rigorous path of study, contemplation, and self-purification. There was an emphasis on ethical living, intellectual pursuit, and what they termed spiritual alchemy.
Ah, alchemy. Now that's another term that immediately conjures images, but you said spiritual alchemy, so we're not talking about turning lead into gold here, are we?
Not in the literal sense, no, though the alchemical tradition did have its physical practitioners. For the Hermetic philosopher, spiritual alchemy was about the transmutation of the soul. It was about taking the base metals of human existence, our flaws, our ignorance, our material attachments, and refining them into the gold of spiritual wisdom, purity, and union with the divine.
Wow, that's a powerful metaphor. It's about personal transformation then. This resonates so much with modern self-improvement and spiritual growth movements. It seems like these ancient ideas are truly timeless.
They are, aren't they? Think about the journey. It's not just about accumulating knowledge, but about an inner shift, a fundamental change in consciousness. And the cosmic background gives it context. It says this personal journey isn't isolated, but part of a larger cosmic process.
So, the celestial bodies aren't just governing external events but also influencing our inner alchemical processes, like the phases of the moon impacting our emotional tides but on a grander, more spiritual scale?
Exactly. The Hermetic worldview saw the cosmos as incredibly animate and interconnected. The planets were seen as divine intelligences or forces that could assist or challenge the soul's journey. By understanding their movements and qualities, one could navigate their own spiritual development more consciously.
That's such a holistic approach. It blends philosophy, spirituality, and what we might call proto-science into one grand system. It makes me wonder how these ideas survived, given how old they are.
Their survival is a testament to their enduring appeal. After the decline of the Hellenistic world, many Hermetic texts were preserved in Arabic and later reintroduced to Europe during the Renaissance. Figures like Marsilio Ficino and Giovanni Pico della Mirandola were pivotal in translating and integrating Hermetic ideas into Renaissance thought, seeing them as a primeval theology, a universal wisdom.
So, they weren't just some obscure, forgotten texts. They influenced some of the greatest minds during a period of immense intellectual and artistic flourishing. That's incredible. What impact do you think these ideas had on people back then, and how might they still impact us today?
For them, it offered a comprehensive worldview that connected the divine, the cosmos, and humanity. In a world often grappling with existential questions, it provided a framework for meaning, purpose, and spiritual growth. It gave humans a dignified place within the universe, not as mere subjects, but as reflections of divinity.
And for us today, in our hyper-rational, scientific age, where does Hermetic philosophy fit in?
I think it offers a crucial counterbalance. Modern science excels at dissecting the physical world, but sometimes struggles with meaning, purpose, and the qualitative aspects of existence. Hermeticism reminds us that there's an inner dimension, a spiritual reality, that's just as real and interconnected as the outer, observable universe.
I can see that. It's almost like a bridge between science and spirituality, suggesting that the universe isn't just a collection of random particles, but a coherent, intelligent system, and we are an integral part of that intelligence.
Precisely. It encourages us to look inward as much as outward, to recognize that the patterns of the cosmos are mirrored in our own lives, our own consciousness. It's about cultivating wisdom, not just accumulating facts.
It's a different kind of knowledge, isn't it? Not just intellectual understanding, but an experiential, transformative understanding. It's a philosophy that asks you to live it.
Exactly. And the philosopher part of Hermetic philosopher is key. It's not about blind faith, but about critical inquiry, contemplation, and a disciplined search for truth. It's about becoming wise through engagement with both the inner and outer cosmos.
So, if someone wants to explore Hermetic philosophy, where would they even start? It sounds like a lot to take in.
A great starting point would be the Corpus Hermeticum. There are many accessible translations available now. Reading those texts provides a direct window into the original thought. Also, studying the history of its influence can be incredibly illuminating.
That's a practical tip. I think the idea that we are microcosms of the macrocosm is something that could bring so much comfort and meaning to people's lives. It frames our personal struggles and triumphs as part of a much larger, grander narrative.
It does. It reminds us that there's an inherent order, a divine plan, even if we can't always perceive it fully. Our task, as Hermetic philosophers might say, is to align ourselves with that order, to polish the mirror of our soul so it can reflect the divine light more clearly.
I love that image, polishing the mirror of the soul. It makes the pursuit of wisdom and self-improvement feel like an act of cosmic significance. It's not just for ourselves, but for our connection to everything.
Absolutely. It's a journey of remembering our divine origins and our inherent connection to the stars, the planets, and the very fabric of existence. It's about becoming truly human, in the fullest, most cosmic sense.
John, this has been an incredibly enlightening discussion. It truly makes you look up at the night sky with a renewed sense of wonder and connection. It's like the universe is speaking to us, and Hermetic philosophy gives us a language to understand it.
My pleasure, Anna. And that's exactly the spirit of it. It's an invitation to engage with the mysteries, to find the cosmic within the personal, and to embark on that timeless quest for wisdom. Keep looking up and keep looking within.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this journey into the profound depths of Hermetic philosophy. Until next time, stay curious and keep seeking those echoes of the cosmos.
Indeed, farewell for now.